The World Cup countdown continues.
What would you rather? A seat at a soccer match or a down payment on a house? For the 2026 World Cup, that is actually a choice. While the 1994 final cost $450, a seat for the 2026 final starts at over $6,300. A 700% spike that has turned the beautiful game into a Giga-Event for the global elite. We are now seeing a new class of elite fans spending upwards of $100,000 on single-venue hospitality packages, while the average resale price for any match has hit a staggering $1,603. And it's not just inflation, it's the most aggressive pricing experiment in the history of sports. The 2026 World Cup is the most ambitious tournament in the history of the game. 48 teams, 104 matches, 16 host cities across 3 countries. It was supposed to be, in FIFA's own words, the most affordable World Cup ever hosted in North America. What it has become seems to be more like a planetary auction. To understand the scale of what has happened to World Cup pricing, start at the top. For the 2026 tournament, official hospitality providers, including On Location, FIFA's exclusive partner, offer what are called Venue Series packages, private suites covering every match held at a given stadium. At flagship venues like MetLife in New Jersey or AT&T Stadium in Dallas, those packages run to 6 figures. Their registration forms now include a specific inquiry tier for budgets exceeding $100,000. Hospitality packages at MetLife Stadium, including the final, range from $3,500 to over $73,000 per person. For those buying individual premium seats, not suites, just seats, within these series, prices at the top end already exceed $70,000 per person for the full run of matches at the venue. What does this buy? At the top tier, it secures a private suite with a butler, pitchside lounge access, and curated menus. It is, in every functional sense, a different product from attending a football match. It is closer to a corporate entertainment event that happens to have football in it. The pitch is the backdrop, the hospitality, now that's the product. This has always existed at major sporting events. What is different in 2026 is the degree to which the hospitality model has crowded out everything below it. When the official hospitality floor starts at $3,500 per person per match, and the cheapest standard ticket through FIFA's general sale for a marquee game runs into the thousands, the gap between casual fan and luxury client has ceased to function as a spectrum. It is now a wall. If you're enjoying this analysis so far, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell. To grasp how dramatically the ground has shifted, consider what was still possible only 4 years ago. During the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, some dedicated supporters attended 20 different matches for a total outlay of around $3,000. That figure covered tickets across the group stage and knockout rounds. An expensive trip certainly, but one with the financial reach of a committed fan who had saved for the occasion. Following a team throughout the full 2026 tournament, if you're purchasing through your national association's allocation, is now projected to cost over $8,000. A 370% increase compared to what a similar path cost in Qatar. And that figure assumes you can get those tickets at all. Football Supporters Europe, the umbrella organization representing fan groups across the continent, has described the pricing structure as a monumental betrayal of the tradition of the World Cup. The group's specific complaint is pointed. The most affordable Category 4 tickets, historically reserved for the most loyal supporters through national associations, are not being distributed that way in 2026. Instead, FIFA has kept them for its general sale, which now operates under dynamic pricing for the first time in World Cup history. Dynamic pricing, for those unfamiliar with the term, means that the price of a ticket adjusts based on demand. In practice, for a tournament with over 500 million ticket requests flooding FIFA systems, it means that popular fixtures trend toward their maximum, not their minimum. FIFA had originally promised in its 2018 host bid commitments seats starting at $21 and a full tournament path for $2,242. Those numbers are now historical artifacts. FIFA President Gianni Infantino has defended the pricing structure directly. "We have to look at the market," he said. "We are in a market in which entertainment is the most developed in the world, so we have to apply market rates." That argument has a logic to it, but it also has a consequence, and the consequence is a World Cup that is structurally inaccessible to the kind of supporter who used to define it. Yet the ticket pricing story does not exist in isolation. Around it, a secondary cost structure has emerged that further compounds the burden on common fans. Consider transit. Getting to MetLife Stadium from Manhattan on a regular day costs around $13 round trip on NJ Transit. For World Cup matches, that fare was initially set at $150, an increase of more than 1,000%. New Jersey Governor Mickey Sherrill was directly about why. "We inherited an agreement where FIFA is providing $0 for transportation to the World Cup. And while NJ Transit is stuck with a $48 million bill to safely get fans to and from games, FIFA is making $11 billion. I'm not going to stick New Jersey commuters with that tab for years to come." After public outcry, the round-trip fare was reduced to $98, still more than 7 times the standard rate. The Massachusetts Bay Transportation Authority announced that train fares to Gillette Stadium near Boston would rise to $80 on game days. These are not the costs of attending the match. They are the cost of getting to the door. California Attorney General Rob Bonta sent a letter to FIFA seeking answers about potentially misleading ticketing prices, following reports that FIFA had sold tickets based on seating categories displayed on stadium maps and later altered those categorizations before assigning precise seat locations. The hosting costs themselves are staggering. This 104-match tournament is projected to generate $5 billion in direct economic activity across North America. But the cost of getting there has grown alongside that projection. Host cities have committed hundreds of millions of dollars in infrastructure, urban mobility upgrades, venue preparation, security operations, with FIFA providing no transportation funding and no cap on what the secondary market can charge. The consumer absorbs it all. For fans who miss the official lottery, the secondary market presents a picture that is, by any measure, extraordinary. According to ticket analytics firm Ticket Data, the average price for the cheapest tickets on resale markets across all World Cup group stage games stands at $553. The cheapest available ticket for the final is currently $7,734. For marquee group stage fixtures, the numbers climb faster. The cheapest World Cup ticket for Brazil versus Morocco at MetLife is currently $1,428 for a Category 3 seat. FIFA operates an official secondary market in the United States and Canada, charging both sellers and buyers a 50% fee, a structure that pushes already elevated prices further upward with each transaction. Infantino responded to the $2 million listings on FIFA's own resale platform with a degree of equanimity. If some people put on the secondary market some tickets for the final at $2 million, number one, it doesn't mean that the tickets cost $2 million. And number two, it doesn't mean that somebody will buy these tickets. Actually, if somebody buys a ticket for the final for $2 million, I will personally bring him a hot dog and a Coke to make sure that he has a great experience. It is a memorable line. Whether it is an adequate response to a governing body presiding over the most expensive ticketing structure in the history of the sport is a different question. The traditional follow my team experience, which is traveling with your national side match by match throughout the tournament, has effectively become a luxury product. A full trip to a single World Cup match in a US host city, including flights, lodging, transit, and a ticket, is estimated at between $2,614 and $8,929 depending on the city before any hospitality upgrade is considered. For international fans, that calculation also includes visa costs and, for supporters from certain countries, the additional complication of navigating US immigration in the current political environment. The 2026 World Cup will be, by almost every logistical and competitive measure, a remarkable achievement. But something else is also real. The tournament that FIFA promised would be the most accessible in North American history has, through a combination of dynamic pricing, hospitality infrastructure, transit surcharges, and an unregulated secondary market, produced the most expensive single-day sporting event ever recorded. FIFA tripled the price of its best available final tickets to $33,970. The cheapest seat in the building for that match requires 5 figures to secure on the open market. The beautiful game built its global following on something specific: the idea that a working-class family in Sao Paulo, Lagos, or Manchester could be part of the same event as everyone else, that a shared passion could cross economic lines in a way that most entertainment cannot. That idea is not gone. Billions of people will watch this tournament on television for free and feel every goal. But in the stadium, at the place where football actually happens, the economics of 2026 tell a different story. Whether that story represents the inevitable evolution of a global entertainment property or a structural departure from what the World Cup has always been is a question worth sitting with. Is this a necessary consequence of hosting at this scale, or is something else going on? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Also, don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so you know as soon as we drop a new analysis. And if you want to stay ahead of our releases, click the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen. See you in our next 10-minute brief.